Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Beans No Ball podcast. We are your hosts, David.
And I'm Christian, and this is our little introduction to get to know us a little bit. So to start things off, me and David, we're still in high school. We're seniors, 16, sadly. We're almost 17. And, me and him love football, and we decided to make this podcast to, kind of get out with the world with the more football fans, just talk about football a lot. We just love football.
Yeah. And well, we'd like to start this by just telling you a little bit about ourselves. So to start, just an idea how we got into football. So Christian, I guess you go ahead and tell your story.
The way I got into football, it was, honestly, I don't have a vivid memory of that. Probably the earliest memory I can probably remember is just probably going to the games with my dad. I'm a Cowboys fan, so you can hate me all you want already. But my dad was a big Cowboys fan growing up, and I kind of just led on to that. He would take me to the games, only when they would play the Chargers or the Rams here, maybe the Raiders, because we couldn't go all the way to Texas. But I did go into Texas one time for the opener against the Giants in 2015. Very good memory. But yeah, I would say I got into football mainly because of my father. He really influenced the sport on me, and from there I just grew on with it. I just learned a lot of it. I just love it.
Nice. Real nice story. Me personally, I wasn't too into sports. My parents would always my dad would always he'd give me Dodger stuff. He'll give me things like that. And it really became around, I could vividly remember Super Bowl 47. I went to watch the Ravens against the 49ers. And I just chilled in the living room. My dad happened to be watching it, and I thought, why not watch this? And ever since then, he taught me little by little. And over time, I became a Chargers fan for a little bit while there was no team in LA. And after that, once the Rams came in 2016, I've been a Rams fan ever since. And obviously you can see a couple things in here. Pretty big Rams fan. So just the fandom grew from there.
2016. It was 2016.
That's what
it was. It was. God, that time flew fast, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, now you guys are Super Bowl champions. I'm so proud of you guys.
So just to add on with that, we just really like to tell you why we started this. So basically, both Christian and I are aspiring to work in sports. We want to study communications when we finish high school and going into college. And we just we see this podcast as an opportunity and a building block to get us there. Maybe if this makes it big enough, then this gets us out there and it gets us moving, or at least it's something just as experience, at least. I don't know if you want to add anything with that.
Yeah, we've been having this idea for I don't know how long. When did we first bring this up? I want to say May.
We would just mention this here and there.
We would mention it as those dumb little talks. Dude, what if we started a podcast? We'll start little jokes, and then as we kept going forward with it, we got a little more serious with it. What if we actually do start a podcast? Talk about just straight main football. And that's a good idea. And we kind of just left it there. And then he kind of brought it up to me again last week on Saturday, right?
Something like it. Honestly, it's just kind of in the moment.
I just said, fuck it, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're starting off really, really, really small right now. I'm on my phone. I don't have a computer. I do. It's the crappy school Chromebook. And that shit don't even run Zoom, right? So we're kind of starting off really, really small. And yeah, just what we want to do in college. And just to give us a head start on how communications could be. And, could be, like you said, a building block to it. We can get a chance to work in the big leagues.
Yeah. And really, we're just going to kind of week in, week out, we're going to just give a little review on all the recent games and a quick preview on the next week. Maybe just talk football, and that's basically it. It's just a kind of a reason for us to just sit down every week and just talk about this game we enjoy. And here, and obviously use our fandom, a little shit talk here and there, and just have fun with the audience too. Why not?
hopefully we can grow an audience. Could be a long time, but hey, as long as me and him are having fun, that's all that matters. Doing what we love to do, love football. Start the podcast, just keep talking football. If it's what we love, like getting the audience, it will be a little difficult since we are really, really new at this stuff. We don't even know how to edit that well, so
yeah, that's the test.
A couple episodes they're gonna be a little shitty, but I mean, bear with us. We'll learn as we go along. But yeah, we're trying to get at least one episode a week, maybe a couple, depending on our schedules. But we are kind of like busy dudes in high school, sadly. That's just how it is. Sports, everything. But hey, if we can get at least one episode, a week with like the recaps or like predictions, that'll be good too. And hopefully last the whole season. Let's see where this can take us.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like you said, it's going to be a little rough to start. Obviously, like you on your phone and I'm just here in a little setup in my room. We don't have mics or none of that, none of that professional stuff. But it's like you said, it's just for fun, at least to start. And, as we grow, we'll just, gain experience. And that's what this is really all about. And yeah, I mean, we're starting from nothing, obviously. So
absolutely jacks.
With a little growth here and there, and we'll see where it takes us. You never know where this could end up.
At least get a step up with some microphones. At least make the audio a little good, but as you say, we gotta take it step by step. Can't rush things. Maybe some episodes here and there, different rooms, maybe. But from now, when we can't, Zoom's probably the only good option right now. But unless we get together,
I mean, eventually it could turn into. I mean, we do go to each other's houses or just do something like that. But it's humble beginnings for the podcast. So we'll start with this, and we'll see. Obviously, we got ideas to start with.
Little setup doesn't have to be major. Little tiny setup, but whatever we can do as of right now, it'll work for the best, and hopefully maybe in a couple months we will get somewhat little traction, and maybe we could progress.
Yeah. So with all that being said, that's basically going to wrap it up for us for the first episode. We obviously a little short, but there's not any action really to talk about yet. Once week 1 rolls around, after we'll really get you a nice little prediction episode, nice really get talking, and you can really see what this podcast is going to be about. Any closing words from you, Christian?
No, sorry for it was a little short, but I mean it is the intro. We are new at this. Bear with us. There really isn't any other things to talk about, but hopefully we'll try to get at least, I want to say maybe at least an episode a week before game day. We'll try and get a week one episode before Thursday. Defending champs, the Rams against the Bills. So we'll probably get an episode on that. I want to say next week.
Hopefully Wednesday.
I really want to say Wednesday. So, our tight schedules, we don't know. So it is going to be a little hard. We are still teenagers and we still have things to do, with like school and all that. But, we're going to try. We're going to try our best, as long as we have fun with it.
Yeah.
As long as we have fun with it, no problem at all. And we'll try and get that episode up hopefully Wednesday. And that pretty much wraps up the first episode of Beast of Ball podcast.